Many people live with cats for years without realizing that their cat has been silently judging them the entire time. Cats are not just pets. They are animals with deeply ingrained social rules, and when you break those rules, your cat notices every single time. This video is for information purposes only. It is not professional advice. For any concerns about your pet, please consult a qualified veterinarian. I have spent years studying feline behavior, and one thing has become very clear to me. Cats operate on a set of expectations that most owners never fully understand. These are not random preferences. They are rooted in how cats perceive safety, territory, and social bonds. When you ignore these unspoken rules, your cat does not simply forgive you. They adjust their behavior, and not always in ways you will like. Let me explain what your cat expects from you, and why these expectations matter more than you might think. The first rule is about respect for personal space. Cats are not dogs. They do not appreciate constant physical attention, especially when it is unsolicited. When a cat walks away from you, that is not rejection. That is a boundary being set. If you chase after your cat or force interaction, you are teaching them that you cannot be trusted to respect their comfort. Over time, this creates stress. A stressed cat will hide more, groom excessively, or become aggressive when cornered. Cats expect you to let them come to you. This is how they maintain a sense of control in their environment. Control is everything to a cat. Without it, they feel vulnerable. The second rule involves eye contact. Humans use direct eye contact to show attention and connection. Cats interpret it differently. A long, unblinking stare from you is perceived as a threat. This is why cats often seem more comfortable around people who ignore them. Those people are not challenging the cat. They are signaling safety. If you want your cat to trust you, try slow blinking when you make eye contact. This is a feline gesture of trust. It tells your cat that you are not a predator. When your cat slow blinks back at you, that is their way of saying they feel safe in your presence. The third rule is about feeding schedules. Cats are crepuscular hunters. This means their natural instinct is to hunt and eat during dawn and dusk. When you feed your cat at random times or only once a day, you are working against their biology. Cats expect routine. They thrive on predictability. A consistent feeding schedule helps them feel secure. It also reduces anxiety-related behaviors like excessive meowing or aggression around food. If your cat wakes you up early in the morning, they are not being spiteful. They are simply following their instinct to eat when they are biologically programmed to hunt. The fourth rule concerns the litter box. Cats are extremely clean animals. They expect their litter box to be maintained to a standard that most owners do not meet. A dirty litter box is not just unpleasant for a cat, it is stressful. Cats have a powerful sense of smell, and waste buildup creates an environment they instinctively avoid. If your cat starts eliminating outside the box, it is rarely behavioral spite. It is often a response to a box that does not meet their hygiene standards, or a medical issue that requires attention. Cats also expect privacy when using the litter box. Placing it in a high-traffic area or near loud appliances can make them feel exposed and unsafe. The fifth rule is about play. Many people think cats do not need structured play because they sleep most of the day. This is a misunderstanding. Cats are predators, and they need to express that instinct regularly. Without proper play, they become bored, frustrated, and sometimes destructive. Play is not optional for a cat. It is a psychological need. When you engage your cat in interactive play using wand toys or laser pointers, you are fulfilling their need to stalk, chase, and pounce. A cat that does not get enough mental and physical stimulation will often redirect that energy into unwanted behaviors, like scratching furniture or attacking your feet. The sixth rule is about territory. Cats are territorial animals. They expect their environment to be stable and predictable. When you rearrange furniture, bring in new objects, or introduce unfamiliar scents, your cat notices immediately. These changes can create stress, especially if they happen frequently. Cats mark their territory with scent glands located on their face, paws, and body. When you disrupt their environment, you erase those scent markers, and your cat has to start over. This is why some cats become anxious or withdrawn after major changes in the home. If you must rearrange your space, do it gradually. Give your cat time to reestablish their sense of ownership. The seventh rule involves vocalizations. Cats meow primarily to communicate with humans, not with other cats. When your cat meows at you, they are attempting to convey a specific need or emotion. Ignoring these vocalizations teaches your cat that communication with you is ineffective. Over time, they may stop trying, or they may escalate to more disruptive behaviors. Some cats become excessively vocal because they have learned that only loud or persistent meowing gets a response. Pay attention to the tone and context of your cat's meows. A short, high-pitched meow is often a greeting. A long, drawn-out meow usually signals discomfort or a request. The eighth rule is about touch. Cats have very specific preferences about where and how they like to be touched. Most cats enjoy being petted on the head, cheeks, and chin. These areas have scent glands, and rubbing them feels naturally satisfying. However, many cats are sensitive about their belly, paws, and tail. Touching these areas without permission can trigger a defensive response. This is not aggression, it is a reflex. Cats protect their vulnerable areas instinctively. If your cat exposes their belly to you, it is a sign of trust, not an invitation to touch. Learn to read your cat's body language before initiating contact. contact. The ninth rule is about alone time. Cats are solitary hunters by nature. They do not require constant companionship the way pack animals do. When your cat seeks solitude, they are not unhappy. They are simply recharging. Forcing interaction when your cat wants to be alone can damage the trust between you. Cats expect you to understand that their need for space is not personal. It is biological. A cat that is given the freedom to retreat and rest on their own terms will be more affectionate and relaxed when they do seek your company. The 10th rule involves consistency in your behavior. Cats are observant. They learn your patterns and expect you to follow them. If you are unpredictable in how you respond to your cat, they become confused and anxious. For example, if you sometimes allow your cat on the counter and sometimes scold them for it, they cannot learn what is acceptable. Consistency is how cats understand boundaries. Without it, they live in a state of uncertainty. When you set a rule, follow it every time. Your cat will adapt much faster to clear, consistent expectations. The 11th rule is about scent. Cats rely heavily on scent to navigate their world. They expect their home to smell familiar. When you introduce strong artificial scents like air fresheners, cleaning products, or perfumes, you are overwhelming your cat's sense of smell. This can cause stress and avoidance behaviors. Cats may also refuse to use a litter box that has been cleaned with a heavily scented product. If you must use cleaning products, choose unscented or pet-safe options. Your cat will feel more comfortable in an environment that does not assault their senses. The 12th rule concerns access to high spaces. Cats feel safest when they can observe their environment from an elevated position. This is instinctive. In the wild, height provides safety from predators and a vantage point for hunting. When you do not provide your cat with access to high perches, you are denying them a fundamental need. Cats without vertical space often become anxious or territorial. Install cat trees, shelves, or window perches. Your cat will use them, and their overall stress levels will decrease. The 13th rule is about the introduction of new animals or people. Cats expect gradual, controlled introductions. Forcing a cat to interact with a stranger or a new pet without preparation can be traumatic. Cats process new information slowly. They need time to observe, assess, and adjust. Rushing this process often results in aggression, hiding, or long-term fear. When introducing change, give your cat space and time. Let them approach on their own terms. Understanding these unspoken rules is not about spoiling your cat. It is about respecting the way they are naturally wired. Cats are not difficult animals. They are simply misunderstood. When you align your behavior with their expectations, you create a calmer, happier, and more trusting relationship. Your cat will be less stressed, more affectionate, and far less likely to develop behavioral problems. These rules are not demands. They are insights into how your cat experiences the world. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this.